Hello everyone, welcome back to my platform. Today I will be talking about this turban. It looks like Zara cap, so that's why I need to explain it. I saw it in one of the turban blog that I used to follow. It's a new method of turban. I will explain everything you need to know and even how you will embellish it. So to start this turban, we create the base. So for me, I decided that the base should be padded. I don't want the base to be just ordinary satin, so I wanted it padded. So because of that, I had to use light chest wording inside. So assuming you do not want to pad, what I'm trying to say is that it's not a must for you to pad. So the length of each of the base stripe is 24, no 25, and then why the wideness is 6. So on a fold is 3 inches, 3 inches on a fold, 25 inches long. So even the chest wording happens to be the same length and width with the material, but there's something that I would be doing that will help this turban sit properly on the head. So that is the fact that as I sew, I'm not going to sew it completely. I'm going to leave a part that I would be adding elastic to. So with that, it will become stretchy and allow to fit easily into the head of your
Okay,
client.
so immediately I finished closing. I did not close to the very end. If you are watching the video carefully, you will see that I did not close it to the very end, all right, because we need to attach elastic to the back of the base. That's the reason it will not be able to sit properly. So when we sew, you can just sew like let's say 15 inches. Remember the length is 25, so you can sew up to 15. The remaining 10 you will leave it. That remaining 10 we are going to be using it for elastic. And the reason I'm sewing up to 15 is because of the cross base. You know, some part of this base will still go into the crossing and we'll cut it out, so we are not using the whole 15. It's difficult to get a head size that will be 30. That head size na be say na wahala. So you can see that we are crossing out of the 15 now. At the end of the day, when you fold your length, you might just end in like 10 or 9 from the middle. So if you watch this video carefully, you will actually see how to carefully insert the elastic. So it has to be, your elastic has to be a part of your wording. So a part of the wording should hold the elastic down, and then you top stitch, give it a complete top stitch, as in sew it plus the wording and the elastic. You can see that I repeated it again and again there, so that you don't have to, it will not pull off in the cost of wearing. And then after that, you go ahead and then you close the complete belt. Now this part where the elastic is going to form a kind of gather, like gather is the right word. So it's going to form a kind of gather, which will allow this material to become stretchy. Normally this material isn't a stretchy fabric, but because of the elastic that we just inserted on it, is going to become stretchy, and is going to allow it to be able to sit comfortably on the wearer's head. So this is what we do: you bring out the elastic, and then you run your stitches through, making sure that both the beginning of the elastic and the ending part of the elastic is properly sewn down. So we are going to repeat this process on both sides. We are going to repeat it on both sides. Remember I said this turban is like Zara cap, is a Zara cap initiative. All right, it's a Zara cap initiative. So almost same process with Zara. The only difference right now is the fact that we are not working with Marco. All right, and of course you can decide not to work with um even padding. You can decide not to pad it up. And again, you might want to say, what materials can I use? Any material can do it: ankara, scuba, yori yori, your bridal satin, your doll shirt, your mikado. Any material can do it. I don't know, I've not tried ashoke, but I also believe that ashoke can do it as well. Okay, ashoke can do it as well. So I believe that one, that ashoke can do it. Yeah. So we go ahead and just cover the base the normal way that we cover our turban. Me, I like covering my turban in two ways. I don't like any part of the base now showing. Even if I have to weave it, I'm not comfortable with it. I like it to be, I like my work to always be like flawless. If there is any part that you would see any kind of weaving, that is interlock work on, it's just the part where I close the back, and of course I will neatly weave it. I like to give a good finishing, so because of that I always double up my fabric. Where other people will use half yard to finish a product, I will use one, because I have to give it a good finishing. Okay, so we cover, we double it up, and then we cover. After we cover, we'll go ahead and then take the normal turban measurement. Remember, the fabric is already stretchy at the end, so the normal turban measurement, we work it as in 10.5 inches. We just use it to close. And by the way, the cover for the back, the cover for the back of this what do we call it now, of this turban that I'm doing, is a short cover. That is not high, is short. So 6 inches, 7 inches is perfect for it. 6 7 is okay, even 7 is long, so 6 inches is perfect. All right, maybe because of depth you can just, okay, let me do 7, especially when you don't know how to manage your depth, your depth, all right, so that it can sit properly if the person is carrying weave on or whatsoever. If it's too big, the person will be able to tuck it in. So do 7 inches. 7 inches is perfect. So we just run through it like this, and then we go ahead and close like I've explained before. The other part I will want to explain is the part of, sorry, is the part of the embellishment. So I'll come back to explain the embellishment, because I did not actually do embellishment on this one. I did not. I was not having what I wanted. I needed to get some brooch, and then maybe some bead work that will be the dropping on the front, but I did not have during the time I was, as at the time I was making this video, I do not have. So because of that, I did not really embellish it, but I'm going to explain the embellishment, because after this process the only thing you need to do is to embellish it. So let me just take some few minutes to welcome anybody that is discovering me for the first time. Creative Ends International, we are specialists in headwear, fascinators, auto gele, turbans, Zara cap, and every form of headwear, name them, even beadwork. So we train on these things online, all right. And then if you belong to our community, you have the opportunity and the privilege to ask me questions one on one, because most times my phone numbers are always running on the screen of my channel. So if you don't have it on this screen, just keep searching, you will get it. And then you can chat me directly using my WhatsApp number that you will see on the screen. And of course, you can send me styles that you want to learn. I've given those privileges to my subscribers. You can send me styles that are difficult. If I have the video already, I will send you the link, and if I do not have the video, I will create time to create the video. Wow, don't you want to belong to this great platform? I have your time. I'm not I have enough time for you, don't worry. Sometimes I get very busy, then most times when I'm not too busy, I use it to sort out the questions from my subscribers. So I want to encourage you to please belong to this family, so that this community, so that you can become one of us. Become one of us. Just subscribe, it on the notification bell, so that you get notified whenever we upload new videos. All right. And of course, you always be the first to know once you hit on the notification bell. And of course, you can do well to also tell other people about us. At least that will just be a way of saying thank you to me, because that's the only way I know you can thank me for now. All right, that's just be a way of saying thank you to me. I'll see you in my next video, but I'm still going to go ahead to do a little bit of explanation as it affects this final part of this turban. So at the top of this turban, we are going to be having a stripe on it that will be used to wrap the turban. So that stripe also, I padded up the stripe. Your stripe can be as long as 70 inches, all right, or let's just say as long as the length of 1 yard. Now 1 yard is 36 inches, but you know fabric, we have some fabric they have length. They used to say some fabric are by 60, some of them are by 45. That is the length of the fabric itself. So those fabric that already have by 60 as their length, you might not really need to go above 60. It will be enough to wrap it. And of course, if you, I will need you to watch what I'm doing carefully, because I'm already fixing the stripe inside, and I'm being very careful with what I am doing, the method I'm using to fix. So you can see the stripe when I raise it now is under, then I'm just going to sew it. So when I sew it to the back, by the time I'm pulling the back together, the stripe together with the back will be pulled together. All right, even though I have sewn it, you pull it together, it's going to be neat. So I'm just measuring the 7 inches I need for the back. And of course, I told you you can do 6, you can do 6.5, but for convenience, just do 7 so that you don't have the depth becoming too shallow for you or for your client. All right. So by the time I'm done with this part, I will weave it. I will take it to my interlock machine, and then I will interlock. You can see the turban is ready. It's short and it's not too deep. It's not a regular turban style, so it's not deep. So now that it's ready, I'm done weaving. I just use the loose stitches again to pull everything together and lock. Then when I am done with that aspect, I will get my dummy and wear it on my dummy head. The only thing remaining for this turban here now is just the embellishment. All right, but like I said, I did not embellish this turban. I did not. The reason I did not embellish was that I wasn't having what I needed readily available. So I just have to do the turban. And I know that those of you that are already creators with great mind, you can take it from here and make something extraordinary from this pattern. Okay, so we just wrap it like this. So you can wrap any way. Okay, and of course, even this one stripe I added, you can add two separate ones. You wrap from the left side, you wrap from the right side, and it will be seated. But what I love about this is the fact that it's very beautiful for kaftan. It's very beautiful on kaftan. So when you have those aunties that just don't want to wear the regular Zara cap that is everywhere, they need to wear something that looks like they tie it. All right, just get this done for them, because if you look at this now, it looks like, oh, it's tied. It's even confusing. You begin to think, was it tied, or what did they do about it? All right, so I hope you enjoyed our class. Do well to join our next class. Bye.